I wanted to start off the new year in a fun way and walk through my lineup slash how I'm going to be using my hobonichi Teco 2024 original. I got the hobonichi in English because I was just always curious what the little words had to say, and I didn't stick with Japanese long enough to read katakana. But this is how I decorated mine. I put a bunch of stickers, these little stickers, the hearts and stars. I got them from Target. This one was in an Amazon pack that I had gotten years ago as a gift. These, I think, this one and this one are from Daiso, I think. Maybe? And then this little guy I got from the Kuniya store. And then this guy I got from a store at a mall. And now my cat's meowing. And I got this last sticker right here. I got this sticker in Austin. It was at a paper goods store, I think it's called. And then I got this at a art museum. It's just the Monet, I guess, paintings, I think. And it's a cat in it. I used to be when I picked up journaling, I picked up using just a journal. A lot of my journals have been the Lightroom or the Moleskine. I won't lie, this journal right now has been a struggle to finish. I started this last year in November, and I have just been struggling just because I don't like the paper quality this one has, and it bleeds through when I'm drawing, so it's been hard. But if I started it, I want to finish it. But with this guy right here, the hobonichi, I've always seen videos online about it, and I've always seen, people do their walkthroughs of it and decorating it, and I've always thought it was really cool and fun. So I thought, for 2024, let's try it. And so now that you've seen the outside of it, we can work through what I have so far. So, I had originally bought a case off of Amazon, off of the Hobonichi store, and then after a week, I got my order canceled, and they told me that they were out. And so I will not be having a case until maybe I can find one in public. But so far, oh yeah, and so I have these little purple things, and these are all the things I'm using in the journal. And so these are my dailies, I guess, that I try to hit. And so this is one where right now I have the underlines are my paydays, so I just have it underlined. I haven't really done much on here, just because I'm still working on getting used to how much I can write in the journal without, I only have so many things that I've been using to not bleed through onto the other page. And so when I do this, I tend to, have it open for a little while. And also, let's also highlight this really nice supply that I got. So these guys I've been using as clips to hold my hobonichi open. And so whenever I am journaling, I just kind of use these to hold it. I started using them first before I even got into this. I started using on this, and it's been really fun. But I got these little clips at Daiso. They came in a pack of 3. And so I have the third one. It just kind of sits here. But all right, let's move on to the next thing. The next thing that I'm tracking is my mood. And literally here it's for December, back when I didn't have anything to fill out in the journal, it was just I was doing a lot of this and the calendar. And so I would write down something I enjoyed plus my mood. And then for January, I started it with songs I have enjoyed this month, but I realized I don't listen to songs as often. At work, I'm listening to podcasts or audiobooks as of recent, because I realized that Spotify lets you do that. And so I opened it up. The first one's a song, and then I kind of just opened it up to, instead of forcing myself to listen to a song before the day was over, I just was like, okay, if I listen to something, I'm just gonna write it down, or if I watched it. This past month, I've been listening to a whole bunch of podcasts like usual, but I did watch a couple shows, which are, the Summer I Turned Pretty. I've been rewatching Good Girls, and it's been really fun. For February, I plan to do a spending tracker to see how much I spend on a day-to-day basis. And this is going to be, like, I'm not going to force myself not to spend, but I want to keep track of it so I can be aware of it, and maybe potentially, like, in April or something, I can work out a plan for how to cut it down if I realize that I might be spending a little too much. Also, this I got from a a Five Below pack. These are like little glow things, and they're all over my desk wall, my side of the office, and I kept it because it's really cute, and I wanted to cut it out and put it into my hobonichi. But I realized this is the perfect size to make like little dividers, so that if I start working on one side, I can easily use that so it doesn't bleed. So that's one of them that I've been using. And the next part that I have been using is the calendar. So back in December when I started, I actually had the calendar here, and so I kind of try to highlight what I did in the day, and I just kind of do a little doodle. I am not the best at doodling, but it's a fun little way to kind of keep track of, like, this is what I did this day, this is what I did that day, and it's a fun little activity. And so that's really fun. This is January. This is what I've gotten so far. Some days are kind of hard and I barely doodle something. I just make big words, and then other days I realize, like, I have more of something to do. And so I kind of do really like the Monday to Sunday aspect, especially since the year also started on Monday, so it feels really nice. I don't know, has been something for me to get used to whenever I do other journaling in this one, because I make a calendar here, and this one has a more traditional Sunday to Saturday. And so, yep, and I haven't started for next month at all. I haven't done any, like, little notes. I know, like, I started putting in, like, the weekends and days I work and stuff like that, but I haven't done any of that since just trying to get through January. So I have really enjoyed the dailies because I have tried my best to look at the positive and write something down that's really nice for each day. So in a way, it's kind of like a positivity tracker, but it's also a way for me to be creative a little, try and do a little doodle if I can remember to, or even try to scrapbook a little bit. I did it a couple times in some of my older journals, but this one can be, like, positive. I can try and do little positive things, and it's a good way that, like, if I go back, I don't know, maybe come August, I'll come back to January and be like, wow, there have been good things happening this year, And so my January way, I saw that as I've gotten into hobonichi, I've started watching more and more videos of people and how they start off this usually is, like, the way they start off the year. And maybe I'll try it out for February, but for January I put a sticker that's like a tarot card, and my tarot card I wanted for this year was lovers and, like, a little family. So I wanted to focus on my little family, and good vibes 2024, word of the year is create. And so I try to write a lot of positive things and things I've done. And so right now my book of the month is Silver Nitrate by Silvia Moreno Garcia. And that I tried to start reading it for book club back in October, and I struggled. So I started reading it physically, took a couple notes, but I've been struggling with it, so I started listening to the audio version, and I'm halfway done now. So hopefully I can finish it come the end of January, because that's my book of the month. And My next ones are basically just, you know, back to work that day. It's a rainy day. I have been trying to be more active, and so I try to like jot certain things. I had a really busy day on the 4th, and I got this sticker from the art museum in Fort Worth, and so I just added it on there because it felt the tenseness of a busy day. And then we got groceries. I really like how this apple turned out and these little lights. And then the weekend came, and I took down lights, and we ended up buying the little robot, and it arrived. So it's been really fun. And you know, I can do an update on the little robot after we've had it for over a month, but as of right now it's been a couple weeks and it's pretty great. I have been trying to be active this year. I want to do something active at least once every week, because I realize you can rot very easily, but it takes actual effort to be active. So the first week of the year I stretched, and it was like a little yoga, a little stretch. It rained, it was cold, but then the next day we went on a walk, and that was the next week's like active moment. It was like a 38-minute walk. And then here, I finally got to glue this little guy that I got from a mystery box. Basically, I've been wanting to put this on a journal, and so it's kind of cool that I got to put it here. This is I got at work. They gave a white elephant gift, and I got a little daily trivia like kind of thing, daily like fun facts. And so what I ended up doing is it gave me on the back of my date, after I pulled it out, it gave me a little coloring page, so that's what that was. And then I added a little Miffy sticker, did a lot of doodling this day and coloring. And then here my cat Misa was feeling a little sick, so we went and got pumpkin puree with no sugar. And you know, it was a very positive turn on things. I also had been watching The Summer I Turned Pretty. I made a like 1000% better drawing of a Miffy in this journal, but then when I did it here, it came out really bad, but I think it's really cute. And since I was sick the first week of the year, last week of last year as well, my last cough drop, I ended up taping in. This is the last one I have. And then I had a little double date with one of our friends, and it was the weekend. We bought a new duvet because we were about to have a cold front come in, and we got pizza. And then I tried doing what I've seen some people do, which is like recap the week. So I did for week 2, I recapped this the like 3 things that happened this week that I liked. And then I also put bracing for potential snowstorm because it was supposed to come in on Sunday night. And then on Monday, we ended up working from home, so it was a fun little snow day. People where there's actual snow, it's not much, but we fall apart with this. So I also we had also been watching. We finished watching season 1 of The Bear, and then I was rewatching the Good Girls, so it was fun. And then we tried PJs, and it was really good. Got a beignet, really liked it, and so I drew the little label, and then they delivered our PJs with a little sticker, so I just kept the sticker, and it was really cute to make the snowflakes. And then went back to the office on Wednesday and had a cute little got a cute little sticker from one of my coworkers. We came back to the office, and then since it was Martin Luther King Jr. Day on Monday, my little daily thing, like my calendar thing, had this. So I cut it and put it into my journal. And then on Thursday we had a team builder, and our team builder, we went to go watch a movie, and so and they paid for our snacks, so I got the little hand tossed pizza, and then I also had a Smart Water. But it was pretty fun. I also went to the gym that day, and I was on the bike for 6 miles, so that was fun. And then now we are into today, or not today, we're into yesterday. So This is yesterday's thing. Usually, most days, 99% of the time, I do it on the day. But there are that 1% of the time that I do end up having to do it the day after. And so I did this and like these goals yesterday. So I actually did make my grocery list. I rested, I doodled, I journaled, and I did read. But I didn't end up actually jotting anything into this one. I ended up putting a lot of I ended up journaling and doodling in this guy. And so still gotta finish this. Oh, and this right here. So I've been wanting to put in an order to Jet Pens, or I think it's Jet Pens or 101 Pens or something that has this, where I could buy like a cover for this and buy a pencil board and buy like one of my other pens, because one of the pens I've been using for this that I've really loved is actually this one. It's a Sakura Pigma Sensei, and I feel like this works the best with this. So once this runs out, I need to get another one. And so I was thinking, I found it on that website, so I was like, I could make a little order. But when I started journaling in this and using the hobonichi, I didn't have anything. And I remember pencil boards are usually a cardstock that tends to be like thick, and they usually are about the same like weight as invitations. And I had received an invitation at work, and so what I did is I put some of my washi tape over the actual like invitation, which you can kind of still see on there, and I left the back blank. And so, you know, I have been using this as my pencil board. I still have to finish this, but another thing about the hobonichi is that it also has this little section, which I have it checked off right here. And these are just some blank pages. I haven't thought of anything to use these for, really. So once I think of it, I will use it. It's just, I don't know. When it comes to blank journals, it's easier for me to just go with it. I guess with this one, I've not had like such a small amount of paper, and then have my, like, this is how much paper there is. So it's just, I don't know what I want to put into it just yet. And then one of the other little purple things are, so I've done favorites, and this has just been anything I've watched in its entirety. I've just been doing little like ratings, or maybe even anything I read or whatever. But so far I watched Schitt's Creek. It was really good. I really liked it. Then I gave in for the past year. I saw like a couple reviews for like My Life with the Walter Boys and The Summer Turned Pretty, so I finally watched it. So you have to see my ratings for it. If you don't agree, you know, we don't agree with everything. It was a fun little watch though. Probably we'll watch the next seasons though. This, I did my 100. My 100 was everything I could think of what I want to do this year that I want to make sure to get done. And so, you know, hopefully I can get through them all, because that'd be kind of cool. I made them very realistic though. And then we have our next, I think it's our last little purple thing. And so I go to this every day, and I basically just, you know, put how I felt. And so I want to track it for the year of my mood and see, you know, come the end of the year, how many times I felt that way. So that was a breakdown of what I am working on every day with the hobonichi. If anything, like I said, my goal for this is to kind of just be positive. It's kind of cool, like the idea of having this happen on this day, and this is what it all like entails. So it's been fun. I really enjoyed it. From someone who's never had a hobonichi before, I've had a really good time using it. One thing I've realized is that these guys, the Zebra Midliner Double Edge, they work really well on here. And the top, I've never used it on here actually. I have only been using the bottom, which is this kind of bottom, and it works really well. It does smidge a bit with this, but I don't mind it. But yeah, so these have been my consistent thing. I usually have like a whole bunch of these. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed a baby flip through for the month of January, because it is not done. As you can see, I am on the 20th. I will be finishing up this and doodling and writing in it. But yeah, if you guys want any like other videos on it or want an update on it in a couple months, do let me know. I just find it, you know, it's really cool. I always find it very interesting to see how each person uses their hobonichi and how they work with it, and that's one thing I have found very interesting. So, you know, give me your tips and your tricks and things you have done if you have used a hobonichi or something like that. I've heard the Midori is pretty close to how this one is, so, you know, let me know. So I will see you guys next video, and I hope you enjoyed it.